Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy.
Welcome in. June 6th. Or no, June 10th. Oh my goodness. Wednesday. Hump day. Got me all crazy, man. Tongue-tied. Welcome in. Inside Edge Morning Show. You got me, Omar. Here rocking with you. Got Eli behind the boards, making sure I look good. Making sure everything plays right. Eli's holding it down. Man, get this kid a break. Oh man, he's gonna burn himself out. I love him. Yeah, big Wednesday. Real quick, wanted to just kind of talk about some things that happened yesterday with me personally. I didn't really think it would affect me as much as it did, but it kind of did. Went and saw the doctor yesterday just simply because, I had a really bad episode last week. I had to miss a couple shows, and we had to have that tough conversation of, I have to get a spinal fusion in August, right? I'm getting to the point where after every break, I have to get up, hit my stretches real quick on the chair. But yeah, it's getting to the point where this pain is, becoming too much, and the muscle relaxers I was on wasn't touching it. And we had to make a couple changes, but I had to make that hard decision of, I was kind of trying to get out and DoorDash a little bit just to make some extra bread because I can't really lift anything. I have so many work restrictions on me right now, not only because of the injury, but because of all the meds I'm on. I can barely get in and out of the car. If I do that too many times, my back is just yo, you got to stop. So yeah, we made the decision. I am in his care. And basically, I am out of commission for a little while, at least until, the surgery's over and, I'm properly recovered and everything like that. But yeah, kind of tough news to hear. But yeah, had that going. I got new internet. My goodness. it sucks because like I really didn't have a. I know some people have terrible experiences with Spectrum, but since we've been here in Wandsworth, like it's been completely fine. As long as you give them a call as soon as something happens, they're right on it. But unfortunately, we just outgrew the speed. They don't offer anything over a gig here in Wads, and Frontier does. So we basically just doubled our internet for less the price, and oh, let me tell you, it is blazing. Uh, and I only got a gig more, and it's crazy how fast and how noticeable of a difference streaming is. And oh my god, it's like a breath of fresh air just swept through this house, and had to do it because my mom's moving in today, unexpectedly. But yeah, my mom is coming up from West Virginia. She kind of in between jobs right now. She's a janitor for a school, so like this is kind of like her summer vacation. But we thought we had a little bit more time for this, but her landlord just like decided, gotta go because my mom already gave him a notice, and apparently in West Virginia, if you have an official notice, you're out in 5 days. Yeah, you don't get that month like you do in Ohio, which is kind of crazy, right? Kind of crazy to think about, but yeah, my mom was supposed to come up originally just to help me with the surgery and everything like that, and we had this whole month to kind of plan everything out, and nope, didn't happen that way. So I was up late last night trying to get things cleaned up and organized. As I mentioned before, we're currently trying to rehome, or like we were in the process of getting another cat like rehomed here. And yeah, that kind of got that plan got all messed up now, and that's just life. You just gotta pick up and come back on it and just keep moving forward, man. And one battle after another. But we're adaptable, and we'll get it rolling. Okay, so we're gonna get you set up here for the two finals games. The Hurricanes and the Golden Knights. And then later on, well, we'll talk about the Hurricanes and the Golden Knights. What happened there. We'll talk about the Knicks Spurs game happening, kind of get you set up and ready for that tonight. And then we have, a couple things that you missed from last night. I usually do 3, but there was a couple that like really struck me, and I think we can squeeze them in here. And there was one that I completely missed. So make sure you stay tuned for that to figure out what it is. Later on in the second half, we're going to be talking movies, and I have a vinyl record for you that is near and dear to my heart. Had me completely hooked last year, and yeah, they just released an accompanying movie to go along with that album. So can't wait to talk about it. And then I got a couple movies for you: Rumble in the Bronx and The Way of the Dragon. Yeah, I've been watching a little bit of Chinese kung fu movies recently. Both of these were kind of staples when I was growing up, so gonna give them a shout out as well. All right, so we'll get right into it. The Carolina Hurricanes, like Jordan Stahl, man. Jordan Stahl. He scored 2 goals, and including the eventual game winner in the third period to help the Hurricanes out. 5-3 in game 4, man. And that's exciting stuff. Going into it, watching the game, like the Golden Knights looked kind of like a bizarro version of themselves, usually they're pretty good defending in the middle, and Um, it was kind of crazy to see the Hurricanes kind of like take off here. But Stahl is just insane, man. Eli, come in here. We get just some hockey talk, my guy.
Yeah, what's going on?
Do you want to talk about Stahl, man?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest. I didn't get a chance to watch too much of the game yesterday. I followed this series, but I had a few things I was taking care of network wise, so didn't get to watch too much of the game. But yeah, Jordan Stahl has been a pretty important factor for the Carolina Hurricanes. As I mentioned, the other day, the Hurricanes are playing right now with a lot of passion. They're kind of on a run where they've been just mowing through teams, and they found some momentum yesterday to even the series back up. So that was, it seems like, the big thing. Vegas is, I mean, they're going to have to figure it out, but I mean, they have enough talent between Mitch Marner and those guys. I think the series is going 7. So,
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting. And we potentially could have two finals that end up in a game 7, right? It's kind of crazy to think about.
yeah, no,
Um,
absolutely.
but yeah, the Hurricanes pulled it out somehow. I was rooting for the Golden Knights. I don't know why I have stake in the Golden Knights, just simply because I went to Vegas. But
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, man, they pulled it out. Stahl was the hero for the game, and we'll see where this goes. So moving on. Um, what are some things that you're looking for in the NBA Finals game coming up tonight?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few things. One, how is Karl Anthony Towns going to respond? He had a poor game 3. It was his first bad game of the series. He finished, I believe, with 11 points on 4-10 shooting. Didn't It just wasn't efficient from the floor. Didn't pass the ball very well either. He's typically a pretty good passing big. He did not have that working in his favor in game 3. So I would say that is one thing that stands out to me. Another big thing is Jalen Brunson's efficiency, or the lack of efficiency. He was 11 of 25 from the floor. In game 3, he shot pretty poor, as Kyle Cornell mentioned the other day during our impromptu post game here on
Yeah,
the network.
like
And
37% for the series and like 32% from deep. Man, it's not good.
Right. Yeah. So we'll keep an eye on him. He's still scoring the basketball and he's getting buckets when it matters, but the efficiency is going to catch up to him. So those are things I'm looking for on the Knicks side. They're getting big games contributions every now and then from Anunoby. He had 28 the other night. They're going to see what Mikal Bridges can do, but on the Spurs side, it's really going to come down to, can De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper have better games? Harper shot 5 of 18 from the floor, had 13 points. De'Aaron Fox had 12 points on 4 of 14 shooting. He was 2 of 8 going into the late third quarter. So just not really efficient from either one of those guys. And they can't have both of those guys playing poorly at the same time, because you need one of them to get a bucket. De'Aaron Fox has had 2 ant games in the finals and 1 good game. The good game they lost. And a lot of people talked about it should have been in his hands. The ball should have been in his hands. Wemby should have been near the basket. Whatever. Now we're at the point now where they need somebody else to step up. Stephon Castle had a good game in game 3, 23 points on 8 of 14 shooting, but they're going to need more efficiency from Fox or Harper. I would say probably going to come from Harper, just because he's the more consistent shooter between him and De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is out there on the floor to help Stephon Castle lead the offense and kind of just get a bucket here and there. So those are like things I'm looking for tonight. And it'll be interesting. I mean, the crowd's going to be rocking in Madison Square Garden. We'll see how the energy is tonight.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see like who some of these like rotation bench players are going to make their impact. Who's going to be that X player for the Knicks? It could be Deuce McBride. It could be Mitchell Robinson for the Spurs. It could be Dylan Harper, Cornette, or Johnson. It could be any one of these guys. It's just kind of how this series has gone. It's just like after De'Aaron Fox, like who's going to be next, right?
Yeah, I mean, so we'll see. Like I said, I'm leaning more towards Dylan Harper. De'Aaron Fox has had a poor series in general. This was the first bad game out of Dylan Harper. So we'll see. It's going to come down to who can get more efficiency out of their other guys, because Wembanyama's shooting good from the floor, and then besides that, Harper has had a few good games, but game 3 wasn't pretty. So you just got to see. The problem with the Spurs is sometimes when Fox and Harper, or one of them, have a good game, then Castle can step back. So if they can get the same efficiency from Castle tonight and then get Harper to get just a few more buckets on better shooting, or Fox, whoever it is, I think the Spurs are going to be in a good position.
Right on. So I see you are not in New York for the finals halftime show. I wonder who's doing it tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. They had Cardi B out, but it'll be interesting to watch and see kind of like what the atmosphere is around this one without all the craziness happening. You had a lot of star power come out, and a lot of crazy stuff happened. So it'll be fun to run it back in New York again. So I'm excited. Make sure you guys tune in 8:30 tonight. NBA Finals. Check it out. Spurs Knicks. When we come back, I want to talk about some things that you might have missed throughout last night. And there's one big thing that I completely missed from earlier this month. And yeah, I don't know how I did. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you like and subscribe. It only helps. It helps you out. It helps us out. Hit that like button. Make sure you share us out. Hit that notification bell as well. It basically gives you notifications whenever we go live, right? So we have, some daily shows here. Obviously you have me 9 to 11. You have Kyle Cornell, 5 to 6. You have Prime Time with Eli Mood and Chad Bryan 10 to 11, and you have Midnight Run with Anthony Alford 12 to 1. So I know it's a lot, but we have to keep it coming for you, and there's going to be more Inside Edge content for you to enjoy coming up here soon. So keep it locked. It's all happening here. I'll have my World Cup kind of preview show getting in here in the mix. I know that's coming up here soon. So we'll be chatting World Cup here more often. So make sure you're tuned in. Inside Edge Network Morning Show. We'll be right back.
Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife, Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MosserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MosserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, You'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the sportsmemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to sportsmemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. Sportsmemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Oh boy, guys, hey, what a show today. We got into a lot on Unfiltered, everything from the shooting update in Toledo, gun violence. We talked about, again, Cleveland Clinic and the 20-year ban on gender-affirming care for minors, how big that is just for youth, not only in Northeast Ohio, but Cleveland Clinic locations here across the country. Plenty to talk about tomorrow. Game 4 of the NBA Finals is on the way. Is President Trump going to be there? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. All that and more. News, notes, whatever we got for you right here, Unfiltered, 5 p.m. on the Inside Edge Network.
No, he will not be there tonight. He is skipping this one. Yeah, President Trump not going to be at the game tonight. So you won't have to worry about that. You also don't have to worry about the AI images in the final coverage. So I want to hit this story real quick because I wanted to do it yesterday. We just ran out of time. So ESPN pulled the use of AI images in their NBA Finals coverage because it was terrible, and you know they're just they're just doing too much. Fox had the same thing last year with a lot of their packages and coverage. It's just like, why are we just taking the shortcut and creating all this bull crap when they have access to all the images and all the files, and they have all this budget to get creators in here to make these graphics, and they're just taking shortcuts because why? Because they can? I mean, I don't get it. But yeah, I believe we still have a couple of these images here. They used a AI edited photo of Tony Parker during the finals. And I don't think that's Tony Parker, man. Eli, that's not Tony, man. That's Tony. Come on, man. My goodness. What are we doing here, man? Like, I don't understand. They have all the access to the like, they have everything that they need, and they just decide to like take shortcuts for no good reason. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. So yeah, they're not doing it anymore. And it'll be interesting to see, like, you know, what other companies out there, like I said, Fox was doing it during their broadcast as well. So, like, we need rules and regulations for this shit. Straight up. I'm so sick. Like, I understand, like, some AI generated things have watermarks, right? But more and more as I'm going through and, you know, just perusing the internet, I'm not seeing it anymore. I'm not you know, people are trying to out here just fake all types of stuff and, you know, just create all this garbage that we don't need. Like, we have plenty of people who are talented enough to create graphics. Like, I don't understand. And quite honestly, I Adobe, right? I mean, Canva. I mean, a lot of these programs for creators then in and of itself have AI and generative things that are already built into it. Like, it almost makes me want to roll back everything just simply because it didn't have AI. Like, I like creating things by like, it's hard. It's hard because they're useful tools in, you know, in various situations, right? But like, when you're changing a guy's face, right? That much. Like, are you not even like doing quality control for it? Like, is nobody even going back and like reviewing what we even looked at? Like, if you're a hooper, like, you should instantly know that's not freaking Tony Parker, man. That's Tony Parker. So I just don't understand. So if you do, like, hit me up in the comments, because like I don't get why we're just taking shortcuts constantly. I don't get it. All right. Moving right along, I got some things that really bothered me. Things that you missed while you were asleep. This is the segment. I got more than 3 today. And it only gets a little bit more painful here when we talk about AI and censorship and things like that. So as I speak, they are trying to take our rights away. The House and Congress are negotiating, these 3 bills. And if they take them together, it's going to fundamentally change the internet as we know it. All right. So, in exchange for some overriding state AI laws, these deals would involve a sweeping package of federal restrictions on online speech. It's paving the way for unprecedented online censorship. All right. So, if you're not hip, these packages are basically Senate versions of the Kids Online Safety Act, the No Fakes Act, and the age verification requirements, okay? So I'm going to break these all down for you real quick. The Kids Online Safety Act. It might sound safe, it might sound innocuous, but like, it opens the door for more government regulation of protected speech of adults and children, right? This act would force social media platforms to restrict lawful speech, allow the government to dictate design of online speech platforms, and basically require age verification that makes being anonymous online pretty much gone, right? Which is terrible. Like, I don't need a social media platform telling me what I can and cannot say. That goes against, our rights. All right. Number 2, the No Fakes Act. All right. It would create a broad new right to restrict AI-generated depictions of a person's voice and likeness, and in the process, expose users, creators, platforms, and developers to lawsuits for everyday speech like memes and parodies, right? So fraud, defamation, intrusions on our rights of privacy and publicity are already punishable. So no fakes would primarily serve to chill online news, history, art, and criticisms of anybody with deep enough pockets to file a lawsuit, right? These bureaucrats up in the government, they love their lawsuits, right? They love telling you what you can and cannot say. All right, and the last part of this, age verification mandates, right? Would require users to disclose personal information before accessing lawful speech online. Again, eliminating your right to be anonymous online. And it threatens privacy. And we can't do it. We have free expression. We have our First Amendment right. And slowly but surely, they're trying to take all of our rights away. So what I'm challenging you to do is get informed. Find out more about these yourselves. Actually go in and find these bills and talk to your Congress people. give them a ring. Let them know how you feel about this stuff, because if you don't, it's only going to go under the radar. These people serve us. They're supposed to serve us, and they're not. If they're not doing their job right, then they need to go. Tying in with AI, and Eli, I kind of just found this one this morning. So, Brunswick residents, right? They are submitting a petition to ban flock safety cameras. Okay. Once again, it goes into safety and privacy here, where they are slowly encroaching on our rights. So, if you don't know, flock safety cameras take pictures of license plates as they pass by. They can be used by the police department for warrants, stolen vehicles, Amber Alerts, and other investigations, right? But, again, when it comes to our rights, we cannot have this constant watchdog just over us. It's not about if you're doing anything wrong, right? So, like, yes, it does help the police, right? It's a really cool tool, but again, it's just collecting data of license plates over and over again, tracking where you are on a daily basis, right? Right now in our country, I know the media wants to tell you a different thing. We are completely connected all of the time, right? We have a computer in our pocket. We can see everything that's going on in the world, which makes it that much faster to, see whatever disaster's happening right there, because, everybody has a camera in their pocket. So you're going to see a lot more things that you normally wouldn't. I know, some of us are millennials or, older Gen X, but like we lived in a time where we didn't have this constant surveillance, right? So if you can believe it, we are in a time where crime is down simply because we have so much freaking surveillance, right? Which is a good thing. Again, that shows you that it's kind of working, but at the same time, what are they doing with all this information? Right? We don't know. This is a private company. This isn't the government. It's a private company, and they're just taking all this data, and you don't know what they can do. Like, you could just have somebody come in and pay these guys to get this information. Like, there could be a data breach. China could get all of our information, all of our license plates, find out where I go to the grocery store. Like, so Brunswick, good job, community, getting out there, trying to stop these flock security systems, because like I think they're garbage. I think they are. I think the cities are taking the easy way out. I know it's the hip new thing to use all this technology, but like, again, these are private companies, and you don't know what they're going to do with this data. You don't. There's no way to trust them. There isn't. All right, moving on. I found this really cool robot, right? So, Eli, I want to get your thought. So this 5-in-1 miniature robot is the size of a seed. So there's different types of seeds, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? How big do you think that is? That's not like obviously not an avocado pit size. It's like a sunflower seed, like sunflower seed. I would have to assume.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Yeah, that thing is looks like it's like in a palm there or something. That's crazy. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. That thing's pretty awfully tiny there, pal.
All right,
Yeah.
so this little robot, right? It caught my eye, right? It's just 4.4 meters long, and it can move, cut biological tissue, release drugs, grip, store tissue samples, generate heat, um, and it's really cool. Like, I can't believe they got a robot, um, and it's a 5-in-1 robot, no less, to fit on the tip of your finger. So basically, what this thing does, and I want to shout out the developers. It's the Nanyang Technological University in Singapore. Um, it can cut across soft tissues, cut biological matter, release drugs, and collect tissue samples, and generate therapeutic heat. And it can switch between these 5 functions in less than a second without wires, onboard electronics, or batteries. So, these magnetic robots, right? It's a rapidly growing field. Um, Basically, they use magnetic fields to guide these miniature devices through the body, right? So it's not for every circumstance, obviously, because um, you know, uh, depending on um, the type of procedure or anything like that, you can't use electricity sometimes. Um, so most magnetic robots like this can only perform like 1 or 2 functions. So this thing does 5 of them, right? It's reprogrammable. It can be magnetized, demagnetized, and then remagnetized in different directions. Um, let's see here. It's really cool. It's made out of soft silicone based materials, and like I can't imagine like where we're gonna go next with this technology. It's only gonna get better. So what can this thing do, right? Um, like what would this be used for? Well, it helps with different cancers, right? So basically, what this thing can do is kind of go in there and cut out all the bad things without really messing up the tissue or the muscles there. Um, and it's really flexible, and they can basically just kind of magnetize this guy in, go in there, and cut out the tumors or anything like that. So it's really cool. um so yeah, tiny little robots. um who knew? Real quick, I want to get to something that I completely missed. So this was announced around the 4th of June. We're getting a Bucky's around here. So over in Mansfield, yeah, we're gonna get a Bucky's. It's a 74,000 square foot Bucky's travel center coming to Richland County. It's gonna be the second Bucky's location in Ohio. It's gonna be over by 71 and Lucas Road, and it's expected to open in the second quarter of 2028. So I got a little bit of time to wait to get my Bucky's experience in. But yeah, it'll be basically right down the road for me. Um, I've been to a Bucky's before in Alabama. Let me tell you, it's like the Walmart of gas stations, if you can think that, like if you can think of it, like the food is amazing. Like you walk in, like right in the center, like at least in the one in Alabama, like they have these guys in there cutting brisket, like making fresh brisket sandwiches. The Bucky's like logo is it's really sick too, man. You always see people with the with the logo and walking around. it's a cool travel stop, you know, like you're not expecting to go into a gas station and it be like a damn supermarket, but yeah, Bucky's is basically that. You can find anything in there. And like I said, their licensed merch is pretty fun too. So check it out. If you've never been to a Bucky's, go on a road trip and kind of map it out and see if you can find a Bucky's. They're pretty fun. But yeah, I'm excited, man. We're getting a Bucky's. I can't wait. So yeah, Bucky's coming to Northeast Ohio. Real quick, I wanted to talk about pilot for Air Canada. He was accused of flying 17 years without the correct license. So it's not that he was unsafe, Eli. It's more of it's a fraud thing, right? So it's not a safety concern. He had to do safety competency training every 6 months. So it wasn't an issue of security. It was more of just the credentials, right? So like I know you believe that flying is, safer than being on a roller coaster, but I don't know how to feel. Like, you have some of these guys just trying to bypass the system, basically, to be able to fly these planes. But like, these fraud tricks kind of catch up with you. So like, he was flying for 17 years without a problem until like somebody went in and like actually looked at the paperwork, and he just didn't have what it took. So it's kind of crazy, man.
Yeah,
crazy.
But for every story that you can find about this, you can find about a roller coaster or some carnival or something going down. So you're not gonna try to convince. I know the whole point of this story, buddy. I'm well aware. We're not changing it, because again, he didn't run into my understanding of the story is he didn't run into any issues flying it. He had the wrong license, which isn't good, but he didn't run into any issues. Everybody got safely where they were going, right? It wasn't that the discussion we had yesterday that everybody got there safely to and from. But I can't tell you how many times I've heard about a carnival ride collapsing or somebody getting stuck on the siren's curse or whatever. So yeah, again, I will, for the second day in a row, tell you that I will take flying on a registered. This is ran through multiple security checks. They're checking every plane. They're going through this. They're not just wham bam in a carnival ride and going, hey, guess what? We're here for the weekend and then we'll be gone. And I know Cedar Point's safe. I'm not sitting there saying they are. I love Cedar Point for when I do go. But you do hear so many things of it being unsafe and putting people in precarious positions. Stuck for 30 minutes on the siren's curse. And it didn't happen just once. It happened twice over the weekend. It happened twice. And then you have different situations. Like, before the rollback was a fun thing, people would get stuck on the Top Thrill dragster. And people in AA talked about it on main event, walking down the Millennium Force.
Top Thrill, I mean, you had that incident with that woman with that piece of roller coaster that hit her while she was standing in line. So yeah, I get your point.
I mean, I understand you're a roller coaster enthusiast, but the thing is, if we're trying to sell it on the heights thing, I don't look out the window. It's not like I'm watching us fly 36,000 feet in the air and I'm like, wow, that's high. No, I avoid the window seat. Like, if we're going on, like, we went to Texas in March. And, it was Cliche and I, and that was his second time flying. We flew back in November to Texas the last time. And I was like, bud, you can have a window seat. Like, I just chose the seats on, like, and they're pretty easy. Like, hey, we're together, hey, he'll sit in the window seat. I just put the wrong name between the two of us. I do not want the window seat. Like, in fact, keep me the furthest way. I'll sit in the middle. I'll sit on the end. I don't care. If you guys are sleeping, grandpa next to me, I really don't care. I'll make friends. I'll make friends on I've made friends.
So I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Would you ever go skydiving?
Absolutely not.
You trust the pilot, right?
Yeah, but I don't trust flying. See, you're like, that's like asking, like, hey, you like milk, right? Well, how would you like milk if we threw a bunch of random stuff into it? What would you like if we threw like a bunch of food dye in it and we made it fun colors? That's no, I just like milk. I like milk the way it
All right.
is.
So no skydiving, no Rocky Mountain climbing.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, none of them. None of them. Skydiving? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Like, it's not even a matter of I don't trust a person next to me. Let me be or with me. Let me be very clear. It's I don't trust the fact that I am willingly jumping out of a plane 36,000 feet in the air and flying to the ground. There is so much up in the air, and guess what? I have a lot of people that count on me. I have a lot of people that love me. I ain't going out like that. Nope, nope. But flying, yes, 1,000% I'd fly. I've flown multiple times. I've gone to Universal. I've gone to Florida multiple times. I've gone to Texas multiple times. I've gone to Vegas, across country. I've flown. It don't bother me. Like at first, I used to get like, okay, like this is nerve wracking. And worries Papa Moon more than it worries me. Papa Moon's more of a like he does not like flying, but he does it. But no, there's completely differences between being in an enclosed spot like a plane and flying and trusting a pilot who has to go through so many different things. And I get we talked about a story where a guy didn't have the correct licenses. Again, the
But
one off
no,
there is
he was
didn't
getting his
crash.
safety checks.
Right.
So
Right. He did his thing. So that as opposed to skydiving, where I am literally in the air. In the air. Nope. And then you have roller coasters where again, all these malfunctions, and then Double A talked about Millennium Force and having to walk down like a 300-foot mountain. Absolutely not. I know I look adventurous and I am adventurous and I'm a risk taker, but I know my like my lane. I'm not no, birds fly. Birds fly. They are supposed to go that high up. Those planes, they go that high up. Like those are things and they animals, objects that should go that high. Eli Moon? No. No. Not doing it.
So no Eli Moon base on the moon.
I mean, we can build it, but I'm not going. I'm not going. Maybe once, like the inaugural, but I really would have to. They'd have to give me like 3 melatonins or something. They'd have to like give me something to knock me the bleep out, so that when I am ready to go, they're like, "Hey, welcome to the moon base on the moon." Okay, thank you so much. Hello, boo boo. Hey, don't put the Eli Moon logo in the flag, in the moon, and then get the hell out of there, bro. Like, get me back on the rocket ship and get me back down. Like, I'm not. I don't do it, bro. I don't. Like, there's things like I don't mind. Like, okay, going fast in a race car, that's cool. Like, my cousin races, so like I've seen those types of atmosphere. That's cool. Like, scrapping, like getting a little wrestling in. That's cool. Like, that's fun. Those are adventurous things. Like skydiving, no, no. And my brother-in-law actually tried to convince me to skydive. Like, I don't know, it was like 5 years ago. Yeah, about 5 years ago now. About 5 or 4 years ago, roughly. And we were at Put in Bay. And it was I was still drinking. So he caught me at a time where, I may have been susceptible. And I'm sitting there and I'm, having a good time. And he's like, "Man, I love you so much, bro." He's like, I was like, "Man, I love you, bro." He's like, "Why don't we skydive?" He's like, "Shake on it." And I shook on it.
Oh no.
But guess what? I haven't broke many handshake deals in my life. That is a handshake deal I will completely break. I will completely break that handshake deal. So that's what it is. I'm not skydiving. I don't care if you said, "Well, and when you get to the bottom, there's $1 million for you." It doesn't matter, because there's a chance I might not get that $1 million because something could go wrong. Nope. Not doing it.
All right. I'll do anything once.
That's cool. And that's the tricky thing, though, buddy. I'm just going to be real with you. With skydiving, there might only be once.
Yeah, that's
because
fine. What a way to go out, though.
We'd have to find a new morning show host. We'd be in so much trouble. Do you understand how much I'd have to explain to Double A? Yeah, Omar went skydiving, and I literally told him that it's more dangerous, but he kept talking on the morning show about how, flying in a plane is more dangerous than apparently being stuck 30 minutes vertical. Omar, let me see if I have the picture. So, vertical in the Siren's Curse. Vertical. Like, dude, like, absolutely not, brother. Absolutely not.
Oh, I'm all for it.
I know you are. And you know what? More power to you. You can have all the adrenaline from me, too, on that. More power to you. More power to you.
All right. This is usually around the time where we do the community chat segment. I am gonna touch on some, big Chinese movie stars, right? So in a fight, and I want to ask Eli, and I want to ask the chat. Who would you take to have your back in a fight? Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, or Jackie Chan?
Mm.
Who you picking?
Mm. Probably Bruce Lee. Probably Bruce Lee.
Bruce.
Just because, yeah, I mean, Chuck Norris, I mean, is a legend, and rest in peace to Chuck Norris. He just passed away not too long ago, so just sad things there, that he isn't able to defend everybody now. But yeah, I don't know, man. I would go Bruce Lee just because he's very, very, they're all calm and collected in different ways, but Bruce Lee literally like is the man. Like Bruce Lee, there's a reason they put him in UFC games. There's a reason they put him in any fighting game they can and make him like a special unlockable character. So I would take that. Though the other guys are notorious too in their own right, but I would take Bruce Lee because he was like water.
Yeah, he was like water. Be like
yeah.
water, friends.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Good stuff. Maybe we could put a poll out there and we'll get it out there. Who you got? Who do you got in a fight to back you up? Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee, or Jackie Chan? I'm gonna go Jackie Chan. He's like, I watch Rush Hour, and I'll talk about Rumble in the Bronx here in a little bit, but like, you get the feeling like it's just a fun time with that guy, right?
You're basing it off of a movie,
but like, I mean, if I'd want anybody to like have my back, I'd want him to like at least be fun too,
Yeah, but let me just double check some things here with Jackie Chan. Like, what is his background? Like, what is
his background? Like, he was like he basically got the torch from Bruce Lee, and like he's been like he's like a Chinese legend when it comes to movies, man.
Well, I know in the movies, I understand that. I'm trying to see what, like, if he's a black belt, like what exactly he is. Let me see here.
He does Chinese kung fu, man.
Sure, but there's levels of this, and I don't know, buddy. I think you're leaning more into the Rush Hour than anything else there.
No.
He did get a black belt. He did get a black belt, but I still would take the leader, the guy who trained him, in Bruce Lee. Definitely take the guy who trained him. Yeah, but I mean, I understand. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. They're all pretty good options. I would definitely take Bruce Lee. I mean, I don't know, but I guess we'll have to see what the people say.
Yeah, no Walker Texas Ranger defenders out there.
I mean, Chuck Norris is awesome, man, and like obviously the jokes and everything are awesome, like the Chuck Norris memes and jokes and all that. But I think out of the three, I would say he's probably the least experienced in terms of like having. He has black belts in karate, taekwondo, tang sodu.
I mean, Bruce thought he was good enough to fight him in a movie.
Yeah, I mean, but in a movie. I'll take Bruce Lee over Chuck Norris in an actual fight too. Overall, I take him. 100%. I take him over both of them. So I don't know, man. There's levels to this game. It's like do you ask like, okay, would you want, let me think, Mike Tyson, or would you want, Deontay Wilder, two knockout artists? Well, I'll take the guy who led the way first, in Mike Tyson. You kind of got to give the respect to the game that everybody taught. Like he taught Jackie Chan. He taught some of these guys.
See,
we got Double A time.
We got a comment.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan, he can fight and solve race and culture relation issues. Ain't that the truth, man?
Yeah, I mean, but let's not forget Bruce Lee, like in terms of like how important he was to spiritual and things like that, and like the mindset. Like, there's a lot of Bruce Lee quotes that go out because he was so like locked in. Like, if you want an example of somebody that was locked in 24/7, and I know Jackie Chan's awesome. I'm not discrediting Jackie Chan by any stretch. Rush Hour is amazing. But Bruce Lee literally is like the definition of stay locked in even when you're not locked in, stay locked in. Like, just stay locked in, like, and do your thing and flow. Like, and I've taken a lot from that in terms of just flowing and not letting things bother me as much. And I would say that. But Double A, you know what? Good morning, first off. Good morning. And yeah, dude. I mean, there's not a wrong answer. I think it's like a matter of just like who's the best. And I would say,
yeah, it's all subjective. It's personal preference.
Yeah, I would lean towards Bruce Lee. I think that's where I would be at.
Right on. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Interesting to see it. Like, I want to hear from the chat. Like, I want to hear some. I want to hear some Chuck Norris defenders out there. I think we can get a couple. So yeah, we'll do a poll. We'll get it out there, and we'll bring it back up tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me.
All right. For these last couple minutes, anything else you want to shout out real quick?
Yeah, we got Cliche's EP release show. I said yesterday we got his EP release show at the Garage Shop. That'll tickets are $15 in advance, $20 day of the show. So save a couple bucks ahead of time. But yeah, that'll be real good. You know, Cliché's been working real hard on this EP. It's ready to rock, and it's exciting. So, you know, go check him out at Cliche97 on Instagram. That's where he's posting a lot of his stuff at. And just check him out. He's got a very exciting opening lineup too. You got Gutty Mac from the Steppers. You have Pico the Guy, though. You have Mark Be Easy from La Hele. You have Big Ten. And Big Ten just dropped a single yesterday that's available. So, you know, go check out Big Ten's new single. Just a lot of good buzz right now. I'll be hosting it. So put on my my Saturday's best, and we'll be rocking and rolling at Grog Shop. Very exciting weekend. And then, of course, Phoenix Vibes, my guy Phoenix Vibes has the Big Hef accelerator. It's like the accelerator program. It's called the Wrap Up. It's at Grog Shop on Friday. So that's exciting too. A lot of talented artists. Phoenix Vibes has been mentioning everybody on the card on his socials. I believe it's Phoenix Vibes or PXVBS. You know, just look him up, Phoenix Vibes. He does a great job. I mentioned him yesterday on Conversation with Eli Moon because he just crushed it with Formerly Candace. So I would say go check out Friday with Phoenix Vibes and Big Hef and what they're doing at Grog Shop. And then Saturday, just make it a weekend at Grog Shop. You know, find a hotel in Cleveland Heights or something and be out there for Cliché's EP release show. That's really the big things this weekend. I know Tsunami Slam 2 is coming up with Gutty Mac at Breakthrough Sounds. That's on the 20th. So next Saturday. And shout out Gutty Mac too for a moment because he's doing Larchmere Porch Fest, which is exciting. Got a lot of names there, including my guy Retro Pharaoh and just some really, really exciting artists on that card. And then he's going right from there in the afternoon to Grog Shop to perform and open up for Cliché at the EP release show. So shout out Gutty Mac and yeah, shout out to Peeps, man. It's real cool, man. Real cool. Community is gonna be out in full force. The sun's shining. So yeah, man, we're just staying busy, staying locked in.
Right on. Want to get to another comment real quick. Chad says he's so old, so he's going with Bruce Lee as well. Yeah, I mean, Chad, you can't be that much older. I mean, you I'm sure you grew up with Jackie Chan as well.
Yeah, I mean, well, Chad grew up, as his kids would say, in the mid to late 1900s. So there's probably a lot of legends he's met in his life.
Fair. He is a time traveler too, so I mean.
Yeah, he's going back tonight. Yeah, it's Wednesday. So we loaded up. We talked about the diesel. We explained that the cost might go up a little bit with recent events. So we might need to buy the diesel. So I hope he bought the diesel ahead of time. Because it was my turn last weekend. It's his turn. And that thing goes to a full tank. Goes to a full tank. Literally goes to a full tank. He goes back for one segment, bro, for like 5 minutes during the break. He burns to a whole tank of diesel. It makes no sense. Literally makes no sense. I don't understand it. I love him. I do a show with him every night, primetime, InsideEdge primetime, 10 to 11 here on the InsideEdge Network. And we have a lot to talk about, including sending back Chad back in time in the way back Wednesday time machine. And we'll see what he finds. But goodness, brother, could you just be a little bit more diesel conservative? I just don't. Gracious almighty. You know, and Chad, yes, you guys are assuming I've grown up, LOL. Well, we'll find out tonight, but I'll see you later on.
Yeah. But probably at the back end of your show,
huh? No, yeah. Yeah.
All right. We got to go to break. I want to shout out the network real quick. InsideEdge Net. You can find us on all the socials. InsideEdgeNetwork.com is where you can find more information about our shows. You can check out our profile pages. You can get some merch, rep our network. Chad, I love you, man. Yeah, you can rep our network. Check out our daily shows. I'm on here Monday through Friday, 9 to 11. You have Kyle Cornell, 5 to 6, and Eli Moon and Chad Bryan, right there for InsideEdge Primetime, and AA Anthony Alford for Midnight Run. So check us out. We're always here. Hit that notification bell so you can get reminded whenever we go live. And yeah, hit that like button. Help out the network. Rep our brand. All that thing. Well, when we come back, it'll be that second hour. We're gonna do some media chat. Eli and I have a little special topic discussion. something out of the ordinary, something that I wasn't expecting to do until, last night. So I'll get to talking. I'll talk about it and more on that second half when we come back. So Inside Edge Morning Show. We'll be right back.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MosserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MosserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Man, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I'm pissed. I couldn't get my vote in for Love Island. I could not. They're a crappy app. We have voting problems in this country. But I will tell you, I do have stats. Sincere, 30 points in last night's episode, but he gave away points with turnovers. KC, 25 points. We did a full Love Island scoring breakdown because it's a real sport, damn it. Oh, we got other stuff going on. Oh, yeah, the NBA Finals. We'll talk about that coming up tonight on Midnight Run. Plus a major programming announcement tonight on the Inside Edge Network.
We're back here on Inside Edge Network. So last night, round like 1:30, Eli gave me a shout. I was just chilling, just getting the house ready for my mom to come over, and winding down, trying to get some sleep. And I put a movie on, and I did this the other day too. I randomly throughout the day, I just was doing some yard work and just tired, just got out of the shower and just wanted to put a movie on, right? So I put on Shrek of all things, right? We love Shrek here. And we're going to talk about Shrek. Keep it nice and loose. Eli, you want to jump on?
Yep.
So, Shrek released in 2001. One of the movies that started DreamWorks is DreamWorks Animations. That was the jumping point for their success and for that studio to be a competitor to Pixar. What does Shrek mean to you, man? Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna be as deep on that as you. What I said last night was I just don't know if there's many, at least in cartoon and animated series, how many sequels and third movies really stand the test of time. And I think Shrek does that. I think from the ultimate love story of him and Fiona, and you got the King, you got King Farquaad and all them, and the Prince Charming and all that. And then you go to like the second one, it ultimately becomes the family. You have heartbreak. I hope I'm not ruining this for anybody out there, but the movie's been out for a while. Fiona's dad passing away, as a frog. I mean, like traumatic stuff, like just crazy stuff. I mean, it has everything you could want if you're a Shrek fan. It has like the gritness, the grittiness, of the swamp. Like, I mean, if that's not the definition of getting out the mud, I don't know what is.
That's
and
right.
Shrek literally got it out the mud, and he did his thing. And Fiona, and that goes to tell any dude out there. Let me be clear that you don't necessarily have to have it all together. You could live in your swamp and get it out the mud, and then you're well. Hopefully, she's not like an ogre, but like your love is there.
Doesn't matter if she's an ogre. It's all about personality. And you know
it
what?
definitely matters if she's an ogre and you're a human. There's some things we would have to talk about. Definitely some things. But yes, true love between two ogres. Ogre on ogre.
Well, yeah, no, it was true love's kiss that turned her into her real form, right? I just want to talk a little bit about the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
That first one, it's basically just a miscommunication, right? And it kind of feels a little weak to me just rewatching it as an adult. This was one of my favorite movies coming in as a kid. This movie got dropped right after 9/11, so when I was a kid, I saw it in theaters, and just growing up, we'd the end of the year classroom movie sessions, we'd put Shrek on, and literally everybody in our classroom would repeat line for line this movie. And yeah, we were all big Shrek fans in the day because that's what we had to cope. Just some lighthearted comedy, and they really did a good job. John Lithgow played Lord Farquaad, and did you know, Eli, that they based Farquaad's appearance? I mean, it's pretty damn close to Michael Eisner, who used to be the former CEO of Disney. It's kind of like a big FU. So, like, if you ever go and rewatch that movie, pull up a picture of an old picture of Michael Eisner, and you just do the comparison. It's kind of crazy. So, yeah, just and kind of the way he acts is been reported on how Michael Eisner is in real life. So who knows?
Right. Yeah, you get the soundtrack too. The soundtrack's really good in Shrek. Yeah. I mean, you got some Smash Mouth in there. You got different songs that I mean, just there's literally nothing wrong with Shrek. I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite like animated series. I mean, Papas and Mom, took me to Toy Story. That was the first, I think, cartoon movie I seen, or animated movie I saw. I didn't make it through the whole movie because I kept yelling Woody and Buzz at the screen, like they would hear me back. I kept going Woody, Buzz, and Papa and Mama Moon are very patient. Yeah. But eventually they were just like, look, man, we gotta go home. We'll come back another time. And so, I have seen I take it back. I haven't seen Toy Story 4. Still to this day, I haven't seen Toy Story 4 with the spoon.
It's good.
Sporky. I've not seen it. But the first 3 were enough for me, man. Like Andy going to college was like the end of my childhood right there. So, yeah, dude, I don't know. There's some legendary movies. I think Toy Story is another one that like stands the test of time in terms of like there was really no bad movie in Toy Story. Like there was no bad run. I mean, again,
I will say Rachel watched 3 and she does not want to even attempt to watch 4 or 5.
Yeah, but
So,
in
like,
fairness, Rachel was probably sleeping halfway through the movie, so she probably didn't even understand the storyline.
I don't know, man. I tried to explain it to her myself, but like she's just gung ho on just like the way 3 ended. I don't want any part of 4 or 5. So like
But that's
I don't
part
get it
of
personally, but
that's part of the feels. Like not everything's supposed to be like feel good all the time. Like what is a series if they don't have some heartbreak? Like do what? Was Andy supposed to just take him to college? Do you understand how much Andy would have got picked on in college?
oh yeah.
Like, imagine how much he was getting picked on in high school. And he's still sitting there rocking with Woody and Buzz. And that's loyalty to a team, man. He just passed it down to the next generation. I don't know. I think Rachel needs to just respect the game. Like Andy was passing it down. Like another kid got to go, these guys are gonna get another run. Like, and if anything, Woody and Buzz are on a generational run at that point because they've been rocking for like 20 something years already, and they're in still great shape. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
And if you're just looking for some more fun, like check out 4, man. It's a good time.
Yeah, I probably will. I mean, when I find time, we'll see. I got a few things on the docket. Autumn gave me a whole checklist of reality shows I got to watch. I still got to get to some sort of Love Island because Double A just keeps talking about it every night. I thought he was going to break his phone last night on Midnight Run. He was just like, I saw the look in his eyes, and I've seen that look in Double A where he's like pure rage. And I was worried. We almost had to go to break. But yeah, he was not able to vote on Love Island, the elimination yesterday. Yeah, he was pissed. He was not happy, and I can understand the frustration. It's like your vote matters, and Double A's vote apparently didn't matter to Love Island yesterday. And now he, and it's like for all the talk of like, hey, on different scales, if you don't vote, you can't say anything. Well, Double A does not fall under that category. Let me just be very clear. As a producer of Midnight Run, he doesn't fall under that category. I watched this dude for an hour during breaks, on the show, during the promo last night. Like he is trying relentlessly to get a vote sent in, and I feel bad for the guy, man. I mean, it kind of took away some of his joy. I feel like, I mean, the only thing that's keeping him, going in terms of Love Island is Papa Moon sent him home with some sick dinner last night. I mean, he got some really good dinner for tonight, so I know he's gonna eat well today. I know that. I know it will not be spaghetti at the Double A household today. It'll be some what? Cheese tortellini, some Italian sausage, spinach, and mushrooms. So Double A will be eating real well. And I do a helping in there. I was like, Papa Moon was like, load Double A up for the road. I was like, oh, I got you. Don't worry, Double A. You might have lunch and dinner in that bowl.
Yeah, Papa Moon. He's always watching the Food Channel, right?
He loves the Food Channel. He loves that. It's either that or HGTV, man. He's like, how can I build a kitchen? And now what can I make in the kitchen? And now what if we had a back patio? I mean, he's always coming up with crazy ideas. And I support him because he listens to my crazy ideas. But he has these big plans of our next house. He just wants to renovate the whole thing. And I'm like, hey, cool, boss. You know what? Why don't we just buy some land and we'll just build the whole thing? So we've talked about some certain things. As far as cooking, he's got a few cheesecake orders he's got to get to, and he is trying to find time for those.
Right on.
Yeah,
good stuff. Shout out Papa Moon. He does real talk with Papa Moon on Saturdays here around 5. Check him out. It's really good. I was on an episode as well, so go back and watch that. It gets a little bit get to know a little bit more about me and what's kind of going on in my life. Eli's been on too, right?
Yeah. From time to time, yeah. I produce a show, so yeah. When we aren't able to get a guest on, just with things in busy schedules, yeah, I jump on and join Pops for the hour or so, and yeah, we discuss some things.
Yeah, it's really good. So check out Papa Moon, Real Talk with Papa Moon. Saturdays here at 5. So we're gonna take a quick break. When I come back, we're gonna talk a little bit of some Chinese flicks here. We're gonna run it with Rumble in the Bronx and The Way of the Dragon. So when we come back, we'll have those reviews here for you. And it is Vinyl Showcase Wednesday. I got a great one for you. Stay tuned for that as well. Make sure you like and subscribe Inside Edge Net. Hit that notification bell. It's really important to us that you are informed, that you are in the know. It only helps us. And, check out our website. There's a partners page. You can find more info about Alley Rose and, Fanatics and some of the other great partners that we have here on Inside Edge Network. So, we'll be right back. Inside Edge Net Morning Show.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
How's everybody doing? Chad Bryan, Eli Moon. We are Inside Edge Primetime here in the Inside Edge Network. Had a really fun show here today on Tuesday. Of course, we talked about Joel Bitonio. He has announced his retirement after 12 years with the Cleveland Browns. He spent his entire career in orange and brown and a very storied and tenured career. Alas, not a Super Bowl, but we think we'll be talking about Joel Bitonio in the Ring of Honor for the Cleveland Browns, maybe in the new stadium. Chad, we'll see about that. And of course, we talked about the Guardians. You know, I know it's June baseball, but, you know, we had to talk our guards, or you get mad at me if we don't talk baseball.
I did some baseball in my life. Listen, we also got into A.J. Brown stopped by the Eagles facility today to grab some stuff. I assume a box of things, right? He didn't get fired, but he got traded. And he wrote a message on the wall, and it got us thinking, and it led to a very, I think, interesting Tuesday top five. So don't miss that.
Absolutely. And I was wondering where Chad Bryan was all show, because it said he will be right back, but he was right to my right. You're right. Everybody's right. Like he is every night. And we are here with you 10 to 11 p.m. every weeknight here on the Inside Edge Network. Follow at Inside Edge Net on all the socials. Go check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com and stay locked in with Chad and I and all of the great programming here on the Inside Edge Network.
Yeah, that Tuesday top five was something, man. Those Eagles players. I was really shocked by that list. I came in and made a comment. Is it Dawkins number one or something like that? But no, it was a really solid list. I wanted to be upset, but I couldn't. Shout out to Chad for putting that list together. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you run it back. Inside Edge Primetime. Their top. Their Tuesday top five segments are freaking legendary. So check them out if you haven't. 10 to 11, and you have Midnight Run with Anthony Alford 12 to 1 after. So it's always a fun time there. Want to come back to a couple movies in this media chat. I watched Rumble in the Bronx last night. I grew up with this movie. You're going to hear me say that a lot. I grew up with this movie, but I did. It was, shot in Vancouver and, released theatrically in Hong Kong on January 21st, 1995. and then a dubbed and re-edited version for New Line Cinema was released in February 23rd, 1996. So it came out a year later, and it was Jackie Chan's mainstream breakthrough in North America. The film won Best Action Choreography in the 1996 Hong Kong Film Awards. So basically, Jackie Chan plays Kyung, a Hong Kong cop who comes to New York to attend the wedding of his uncle Bill and his bride-to-be Whitney's wedding and kind of like help with his supermarket, right? That he just sold to a young woman named Elaine. But later on that night, a street motorcycle game, comes into the supermarket and start causing, trouble. And Jackie has to, Kyung has to, put them in their place. Stealing is wrong. That you can't be going in the supermarket and taking things. So once that interaction happens, it starts off a whole chain of events, and Kyung gets pulled into these brawls and these awesome action scenes with these group of bikers, and he's set up with the neighbor, right? So the uncle leaves to go to his honeymoon. So he basically gives Kyung access to his apartment while he's gone, and he helps Elaine with the supermarket. And because he gets pulled into all of these fights, he gets cornered in an alley, and these bikers, like I remember this scene being like it really stuck out to me. He gets cornered and trapped into an alley, and Jackie Chan was the stunt coordinator and the stunt director for this film. So like he planned and, he did all of the action scenes. He is his own stuntman. This scene, he's cornered in an alley, right? And instead of just shooting him, they decide to use baseball bats and swing glass bottles at him until he, basically just bleeds. He's just laying there in his a pool of blood. And then he has to like get up and, make his way back to the apartment. But yeah, it just shows you how like hardcore and, dangerous like gangs in New York were depicted in the 90s, right? So the neighbors are an interesting group. So you have, let's see here. You have Danny, who's like in a wheelchair, right? And his sister Nancy, who is the girlfriend of one of the biker leaders. And Danny's like in a wheelchair, and he has to, he's looking for like a new seat cushion, and Kyung has to like help him with that. So he does, but helping him kind of gets sucked into Nancy's problems with the gang, and they start hanging out more. And for some reason, she keeps bringing them around all these events where the gang is hanging out, and they get into some more brawls, and eventually they have to come together as a group to take down a bigger syndicate. So you have a syndicate boss basically pretending to be the FBI to get Kyung to work with them, and one of the gang guys decides, his name is Angelo, he decides to hide the diamonds in the old seat cushion of Danny's wheelchair. So the back half of the movie is them just looking for these diamonds. So Young gets kind of duped, right? Because like he's a cop and he's like, oh well, these guys are FBI, I'll give them a call. Nope, it turns out to be the syndicate. So he gets wrapped up in all that, and more action happens. And at the end of the movie, they're in a hovercraft. So you got to imagine, like, I was like 5 years old watching this stuff on repeat, and I was just completely fascinated with the hovercraft, because like when do you normally see a hovercraft? You don't really. So yeah, it had a hovercraft in it. It's really cool. And you're getting Jackie Chan, who like he injured his foot doing the stunt. Like he was being dragged by this hovercraft like behind it. Barefoot water skiing, right? He ended up injuring his ankle and had to wear a cast, and he wore a rubber shoe, and did these stunts with a cast on. You can't even really tell in the movie. Like it's insane. And towards the end of the movie, like you'll get the blooper reel and the kind of like the highlights, and you can really just tell how much fun they had making this movie, and that's why I picked Jackie as my guy to back me up, because like I just feel like being around him would just be so much fun, he's just so energetic, and he's such a happy dude. I know like there is some controversy on like him personally, and like some of the things that he said about his children and all that stuff, but just simply going off of this movie, like, and what I know about him in general, like I would want him to back me up, just straight up. Okay. So this film did really well. In Hong Kong, it did 56 million. And let's see here. In North America, it did 32. So not bad. Not bad for a film that was shot in a year, and they had to do a dub, or shot, and then a year later they had to do a dub and then release it in America. But really great movie. If you haven't checked it out, it's on YouTube for free. So you could literally, right after this show, click off and watch it if you want to. That's up to you. All right. Moving right along, kind of like the torch being passed, but we're going to go backwards. We're going to talk about another Chinese movie, Way of the Dragon. And it has two names. It was originally released in the United States as Return of the Dragon, 1972 Hong Kong martial arts comedy film, co-produced and directed by Bruce Lee, who also stars in the lead role. If you haven't watched it, it is one of the... It's really good. Obviously, you have to get past the dubs, and especially with the last one, Rumble in the Bronx, that I talked about. You have to get past the overdubbing. And if you want to do that, yeah, I mean, you can just check out the film in the original Cantonese and just put subtitles on. But kind of get past the acting and the dubs. But like the most important thing here in these movies are the stars, right? You're coming to watch Jackie Chan, be amazing. He like I said, he did all of his stunts, and so did Bruce Lee. But like, so this movie, again, was especially influential in my childhood growing up. Another one that I had on constant repeat. This film was it was shot in Italy. Like, it's set in Italy. So Bruce Lee basically comes in and wants to help his uncle with the restaurant, right? So basically, the owner is getting pushed by a crime boss to kind of give up their property. The boss sends gangsters there to scare away the customers. But Bruce has to come in and kind of show him what's what, right? So the action scenes and the way Bruce moves is simply electric, right? He snaps and, his physique is actually like insane in this movie. This is the last movie that was like fully directed and written by Bruce Lee before his death. So you're getting the whole picture here. And it's hard to say like what could have been with Bruce Lee. He has such a legend already, as Eli alluded to earlier in the show. He's in so many video games and movies and, referenced in movies. And, some of the things that he said is just like wisdom, right? Like, be like water, my friend. And, this movie is basically a showcase, man. He invented nunchucks just for this movie. And he uses them well, man. He uses them well. So the boss is trying to put pressure on the restaurant owner, right? It comes time to where Bruce is just taking everybody out and he needs to call in the big guns. So he does it. And he calls in Chuck Norris. And they have this awesome fight set in, I'm pretty sure it's the Roman Coliseum. Well, it's supposed to look like it. And if you ever wanted to see two of the most important, influential martial artists go at it, granted it's a movie, but still, it was jam-packed with, action. And you really thought that, Chuck could pull it off. But in the end, Bruce wins, and everything ties back up, and another thing happens, and I won't spoil it, so you can go into it kind of getting fresh. I don't want to end the movie with a spoiler, but yeah, you can't really trust everybody that you see in this movie. I'll just put it like that. So yeah, one of my top favorite movies of all time, Bruce Lee, The Way of the Dragon. Released by Golden Harvest again. They also released the Rumble in the Bronx. So another winner here. Let's see. The budget was, oh my gosh, this is gonna blow your mind. $130,000. And they made box office $130 million. So crazy successful here. But yeah, Bruce Lee formed his own production company just for this movie, Concord Production, with Golden Harvest as the founder. And it was their first film. So like this is the film that jump started Golden Harvest and that brand. And it was intentionally only released for the Asian market, but the momentum of martial arts in that time in America was going crazy. So they had to do it. They had to release it here. So yeah, it did crazy well, and if you ever want to see the legend himself, Bruce Lee, Way of the Dragon, I'm pretty sure this was on YouTube as well, for free. If not, you hit me up. I'll make it happen for you. But like if you've never seen Way of the Dragon, check it out. Like I said, Bruce Lee's full creative genius here, and it's just how everything was presented, right? The lighting, the action, his physique as well is just insane. So like check it out, Way of the Dragon. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When I come back, it is Vinyl Showcase Wednesday. I got a good one for you. So stay tuned. Inside Edge Net. We'll be right back.
Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife, Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MosserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MosserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Welcome back, Inside Edge Morning Show. I'm Omar Claussell. All right, got a big album here for you for Vinyl Showcase Wednesday. So this album had me it had me by the neck last year. Okay, I was entranced by this group and by this album, simply because it kind of caught me. Like it was something, like it was a sound that I haven't really heard, and it was missing, that I didn't know I needed. I have Imaginal Disc. It is the sophomore album of the group Magdalena Bay. So there she is. She's got her disc. It's being inserted. So you have Mika Tannenbaum. Mika. So you have Magdalena, and on the back, you have her Bay. So you have the synth pop group, dance pop group, electronic rock group, Magdalena Bay, consisting of Mika Tannenbaum and Matthew Lewin. they released their debut album, Mercurial World, and this is their follow-up. And my goodness, Imaginal Disc, such a magnificent album. It was released in August 23, 2024, but it really hooked me last year. And I'm still bumping this album to this day. Let me tell you, it takes you through another story, right? This is an album that you can listen to straight, and it has reoccurring lyrical themes and things like that. So it's kind of like a concept album. It's centered around the fictional character True, which is a really good it's like almost like Peter Gabriel-esque in their design and how they did their music videos. So basically, True gets a compact disc implanted into her forehead to create her ideal self, and her body rejects it, and she relearns the meaning of being human, right? So it's really cool, man. It takes you through a journey, and I get goosebumps listening to some of these songs. So the singles that supported this album, Death and Romance, Image, which is probably the song that got me into them. Oh my god, it's so good. And I'll go through more in a little bit, but and then you have the track Tunnel Vision and That's My Floor, and like I said, 3 of them were accompanied by like Peter Gabriel influenced like music videos that follow the narrative of the album, and then they promoted it further by doing a concert tour, which started off in September, and it wraps up here in August. Last year they were at Coachella. Big stuff here from Magdalena Bay. So if you don't know about them, they're a group. They're both Argentinian, and they both live in Florida, right? They're both Americans, but that's their background, right? So they worked with actually Little Yachty, and when they released their mini mix right before this album, and they, like I said, their debut album Mercurial World, it was pretty successful, right? So like just building off of that, they were able to like create this whole story, and they were influenced by like Fiona Apple, Radiohead, and like Saint Vincent, right? And those are all artists that like hit they strike a nerve with me, like a good nerve though. Like they get my they get your brain thinking a little bit when you listen to these artists. And I'm a big Radiohead fan. You'll hear me talking about their whole discography here soon. So make sure you stick around and check out that. Never know when that's going to come, but it's coming soon. Giant Radiohead fan. So they Magdalena Bay took inspiration from those artists and kind of made their own thing, right? So once again, like you open up the album with She Looks Like Me, right? It's a song based on like dance rhythm, and it's got distorted samples, synthesizers, percussion. It's got everything going on, and then it flows into Killing Time. It's almost like a yacht rock song, right? It's like boom 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 boom, and it's really loungy, right? And there's like psychedelic guitar lines, and it kind of blends both pop and progressive elements like together. True Blue Interlude is just like a dreamy interlude that kind of goes into Image, which is like a disco pop song. That's pretty much the song that got me hooked on them. And it's a banger. It's a banger. Image is like, I can put that on and just like jam out and just have a good time. And like, oh man, it focuses on like self-identity and reflection with lines like meet your brand new image, and the choruses of Image imitate like a countdown to like 22 to 21 more minutes. And it's good. One of my favorite songs from the album. And then you go into Death and Romance, and it's got this awesome piano in it, and it's got synthesizers and drums, and it's coming in, and it's a really good like longer melodramatic track. And yeah, it's really good. It's really good. As you further go down into the album, right, you're getting into her rejecting the disc and like figuring out what it means to be human again. You get tracks like let's see, like Vampire in the Corner, and it actually contains their favorite lyrics on the album. Someone called the corner because you're breaking my heart. My God, I might have loved you too much. Like that's good shit. That's good shit. Yeah. So as you go down, it gets really, it kind of wraps itself up, right, in like Love Is Everywhere and Cry For Me. Like, holy crap, Cry For Me is like, it's like a heavy track, right? It's they were obsessed with like the song Dancing Queen, young and sweet, only 17 by ABBA. But like, oh my God, they take this into like another dimension, right? But yeah, it all wraps up with the ballad of Matt and Mika, which is like self-referential, like for themselves, right? To kind of like close out the track. So it closes the album with like a happy ending, and yeah, it kind of like is an allusion to like Tannenbaum's real life and how she arrived to LA with Lewin. So it's really cool. So yeah, like I said, it released in August 2024. They went and did the tour and everything. People were like speculating like whether or not they would make a movie or anything, like a short film, and they actually did. So like at Tribeca, like last week, they debuted Imaginal Disc. So yeah, it's an album concept. So they basically decided to make a movie out of it, which is really cool. And I hope to like really see, I hope to see it. Because they're looking for somebody to pick it up right now. Just simply because they want to get it distributed the right way, right? They don't just want to put it out there. They're looking for somebody to like pick it up and go from there. But it got great reviews at Tribeca, and it was featured in the Spotlight Plus competition. So yeah, good stuff from Mag Bay, and yeah, they're my favorite, one of my favorite artists right now. I can just turn them on at any time of the day. And yeah, check it out. Magdalena Bay. There you go. Imaginal Disc. Check it out, man. All right. We're going to take a quick break here and wrap up the show. I'll get Eli back on, kind of get his last thoughts and kind of wrap this thing up. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. Check out Mag Bay if you haven't already. Good stuff. And make sure you check us out, InsideEdge Net. You can follow us on, YouTube, X, Facebook, IG. We're on everything. Make sure you like and subscribe. It's important. Ring that bell. you're able to see, everything that we bring for you. You have me in the morning show, 9 to 11 every day, or not every day, Monday through Friday. You got Unfiltered with Kyle Cornell after me at 5 to 6. You got Inside Edge Primetime with Eli Moon and Chad Bryan. And then you have Double A Anthony Alford for the midnight run. So yeah, check us out. Go to our website, InsideEdgeNetwork.com. There's plenty of things to do there. We have, personality profiles that you can check out, learn more about who we are individually. And, we have a partners page too. You can check out Allie Rose. She's got a lot of good fragrances there. There's like body mist and stuff too. So check out Allie Rose and, Fanatics and some of our other great partners as well. All right. So when we come back, we're going to wrap this thing up and get you going. So thanks for sticking with us. Inside Edge Morning Show. Omar Claussell. We'll be right back.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Allie Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AllieRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Welcome back here, Inside Edge Morning Show. We had a good one today. We went over what you can look forward to here and for tonight. Knicks Spurs. We kind of touched on the Hurricanes and how they got a victory over the Golden Knights. We broke down everything that you missed from last night. Like I said, get out and talk to your Congress people, your representatives. They're negotiating right now currently to take our freedom of speech. So get out there, have your voice known, send them an email, give them a call. Like this really isn't okay. So like if you're not informed, you don't know what's going on, check out the back half of or the earlier part of this hour or the back end of the first hour and kind of get your opinions formed and get educated about the things that are happening here, because like We can't just sit here and let them continue to take away our rights. We can't. I also talked about a really cool tiny surgical robot. It's literally the size of a seed, right? It fits on your fingertip. It's very useful for different types of specific surgeries, but like it's really cool. And if you're into finding different ways to remove tumors and stuff like that, I mean, it's a really cool tool, and I really hope that we can build on this technology that is useful and not as useful as the traffic cams that they're trying to get rid of in Brunswick. So there we go. And then, something that I completely missed, that, I'm getting a Buc-ee's near me. Like, it's seriously going to be less than like 15, 20 minutes away from me. So I'm pumped for that. I went over some movies that I watched recently, some really good Chinese Kung Fu movies, Rumble in the Bronx. And then you have, Bruce Lee's, full directorial movie in Way of the Dragon, that awesome scene with Chuck Norris at the end. So all great stuff. And we kind of wrapped it up with Magdalena Bay, my favorite album, Imaginal Disc. So check it out. Their new movie tied to that album should be picked up by a distributor here soon. So maybe we'll figure out where it's streaming, and hopefully we can get some eyes on it. So Eli, I want to bring you in here real quick, kind of get your final thoughts on the show, and shout out some guys from Lehele, man.
Yeah, like I mentioned, Cliché's got his EP release show at Grog Shop on Saturday. That's the big thing. Lehele will be there for that. So that's our big focus right now as far as the collective. Community-wise, I mentioned Phoenix Vise on Friday. It's going to be a big Hefts Accelerator wrap-up at Grog Shop. So busy weekend at Grog Shop. A lot of great shows in the city. Larchmere Porch Fest, Retro Pharaoh, Goody Mac. A lot of guys will be out there. That is the week. We got a busy week here on the Inside Edge Network, and it's going to be exciting. We got a lot of good stuff to talk about. Got Emmett Golden tonight, talking with him on ESPN 850, or from ESPN 850. So we'll have Emmett Golden from ESPN Cleveland talking with me about Cavs, Browns, all that great stuff.
Love him, man. I love Emmett. He's a good guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's awesome for you guys too, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Love it. So if there's anything that we learned from today's show, is Eli will not be jumping out of any airplane anytime soon. Ain't that right, Moon?
Oh yeah, definitely right. Definitely right.
So,
no airplane. No airplane jumping for me.
No airplane jumping for Moon. He will not go skydiving. He probably will not go Rocky Mountain climbing, but we love him anyway. Unfortunately, he's getting memed to shit though. Kyle is doing his Friday meme reveal here, in a couple days. So we'll see what the damage is, Eli. I mean, I've seen a couple of them. They're not really that nice.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all in good fun. All in good fun.
All right.
Yep.
You look great with that haircut though, buddy.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, they got you cleaned up. Where'd you go again?
Oh, Hooligans Ink and Barbershop out there in Streetsboro. They did a great job. Isaiah took care of me. Yev took care of Papa Moon. Mike and the guys do a great job out there. They just opened up the tattoo side of things today, so they have the ink shop open. I believe it opened up. That's
sick.
Yeah, it opens up at noon, I believe today. Oh, Hooligans had posted about it, so it opens up at noon. They have one tattoo artist in there right now, so you can go meet them, have a conversation, kind of get consulted, and go from there. So exciting stuff. Yeah, Hooligans Ink. We'll be out there. We'll probably visit out. We won't have time today, but we'll probably stop out sometime this week and see how the ink shop's looking.
Right on. All right, so that'll do it for us today. When we come back tomorrow, we'll have that the finals results. I'll go over some World Cup stuff with you, and yeah, we'll have some media to go over on Media Throwback Thursday. So yeah, thanks for sticking with us, Inside Edge Network. This is the morning show. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow us on all the social media, Inside Edge Net. We're on YouTube, X, Facebook, IG, and TikTok. Smash that like button, hit subscribe. That'll keep you in tune with every live show that we have here. Anything that we put out, you'll get a notification, and you'll have your eyes right on us. So make sure you check us out. Look out and check out our website. It's always being updated at InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Visit our partner page. Alley Roads Fragrances has some great candles, body mists, anything like that. We are partnered with Fanatics, so you can get some gear there, for all the major sports teams that we have here in Cleveland. And we also have a merch shop as well. So if you want to get some Inside Edge net gear, like a polo or a hat or a coffee mug or anything like that, go ahead and buy one. You're just supporting us and supporting the network. That'll do it for us today. Inside Edge Morning Show. I'll see you tomorrow.